Oh, we back.
We back.
What's going on, brother? Welcome back to the What Did You Want Think podcast, people. Fresh on a Sunday, fresh pod for your head top. What's going on, brother? How's the weekend been?
Yeah, it's been good, man. It's been good. I went to watch Mickey 17 yesterday.
Mickey, talk to me. What is that? Mickey 17.
It's a film by the guy who did Parasite.
Oh, nice.
And it's a guy who basically goes through this printing machine in space, and they can reprint him as many times as they need to, so they can use him for testing to catch different viruses and just sort of use him like a piece of meat. It's really interesting. I hope that's not too much of a giveaway. I went to the Everyman Cinema. It's the first time I've been. Have you been
in
to
Manny?
it before?
I didn't know there was. I've been to the ones in London, but I didn't know there was one in Manchester. Is it in Selfridges?
It's near where. Do you know where when we went to Clint's? Near Spinning Fields, back of there. Yeah, it's down there. Yeah, man, it's cool. Cool experience. Fucking expensive.
Yeah.
Expensive, man.
We need to watch the ticket. We need to watch the Swearing Lads so we don't get what's it called on YouTube?
Cancelled. Censored.
Nah, censored. That's the one, yeah. Bisbin was talking about it on his podcast again the other day. Supposedly if you swear in the first minute or two.
For God's sake, it's bloody expensive. I'll beep that out. I'll beep that out.
And before we go any further, what have the people got to do, Michael?
The people have got to like, share, and subscribe.
Yes, bro. We need to have things popping off on the screen and stuff. But yeah, please help us help you. Inspire us to inspire you. All that good stuff. Feedback, comment on our stuff. Let us know who you'd like us to try and get on. I was walking through the Lower East Side yesterday after the dentist, and I seen a Christopher Neiman. That's how you say his last name, right? Christoph Newman. That kind of mural thing on the wall, and I tagged him in it on Instagram. He sent a love art in my DMs, so I'm going to try and get him on the pod, innit?
It's working your magic.
Yeah. But yeah, man, fresh out. We got a good one today. We have illustrator and graphic designer Alexandra Ramirez, who works mainly in sports. I've been excited to chat to Alex. I met her through Bloodline. She might be doing a big mural at Bloodline. We're hoping at some point, trying to work together, which is cool. But she's based in London. Her work consists of really dynamic compositions and a really vibrant color palettes. Super joyful, super energetic. Feels like she always limits her color palette, which would be interesting to chat to her about how she puts restrictions there for herself and sets boundaries for herself. She's worked with some really cool clients: Adidas, KFC, Adobe, Harry's, Virgin Media, Vital. She says, and she's also partnered with BBH, Mother and Ogilvy, a couple of advertising agencies. Be interested to hear about the work she's done there. And her work's also been featured in Condé Nast Traveler and British Vogue, which is cool. So yeah, excited to chat to her today. First time you're meeting her, Michael.
I'm sorry to throw you off, but I'm trying to stack my microphone up.
I was on a nice flow then, bro.
I know you was. I'm so sorry. And I've got it on top of all my hard drives, and it's sticking to them because it's magnetized. And I'm thinking, shit, is it pulling all the data off these hard drives? Sorry, take it back. Yeah. Look, no, she does have a good client list. Like some of the stuff that we'll pull up in a minute. Working with Nike, I think that this sort of illustration style that she's got,
is super ownable,
and then but also working on things that we're super interested in, as well, like the Muay Thai stuff she's working with One FC and bits like. So I'm really excited to talk to her about those bits there. Sorry for throwing you off there, lad.
You're all right. I think it was all good. It's all good. I'm sure Alex will be joining us very shortly soon. But yeah, deep into season 2, brother. It's all happening. We're going.
Yeah, 3 deep now. How was your weekend? What have you been up to?
I had a bit of a quiet one. I had a big presentation at work this week, so I tried to just relax a little bit and rest my body and rest my brain. So I've had a nice big salt bath. I went to the dentist yesterday. Been doing my taxes. Excuse me. Out here, which is a madness if you don't know. When you're in America, you pay tax every month, but you still need to file your taxes at the end of the year. So figuring all that stuff out, loads of fun there. And yeah, just kind of like live stuff, you know, when you're like deep in a project and like nothing else in existence matters but the project, and you're dreaming about it, and it just literally consumes every aspect of your life. I've just kind of come out of that bubble, so I've been enjoying just, you know, ordering some vitamins and that. You know, and having the time.
Enjoy it, because you won't be out of that bubble for long. It's like it lasts a couple of days. Yeah, we were just talking about that. It's like just time to actually just think about, oh, I need to get some more vitamins. Like, what does my body need?
Yeah.
Like, I might need to get some fresh stuff for the gym, or shit. Like,
it
am I actually going to go anywhere this summer? It's
check on my Amazon orders and that. You check on my Amazon orders that you put in that you're thinking, I'm sure I didn't order that on Amazon, and you find out you're back on my Amazon order and find out it's been robbed about 2 weeks ago. And it's been kicked down bloody this block on Harlem or something. Do you know what I mean? So them nice things there. I've been catching up on a few things. Been watching The White Lotus recently. I love that. Been watching this show called The High Maintenance. Just High Maintenance, actually, about this weed dealer in New York. It's so good though. It's really good. It's not about the weed dealer. It's about the people who buy the weed off him, and it kind of like, it's like you're a fly on the wall in all these like people's lives who are buying weed off this guy, and there's like these kind of like things that bring certain groups together and stuff. And it's, if you live in New York, or from New York obviously as well, there's like loads of little nuanced things in there that make you just, I don't know, if you know, kind of, it just feels nice watching it. Being in New York for quite a while now, and like watching this show, I feel like I wouldn't get as much as, but you should definitely watch it because it's like puts you in New York. It's like, it's New York. It's sick.
Whereabouts is it based as well in New York?
I think it's mainly Brooklyn, but I think it does go all over. Do you know what I mean? Like, nice. and that's cool as well. But like, I can start recognizing recognizing areas on stuff when you're watching stuff and things. Like it's really cool. I was watching New Jack City not so long ago, and a part that's near me was on there, and I was like, me and my missus was like, what like. I swear, don't, you know, like, we searched it and it is that park, and it's like just surreal, man.
Yeah, nice. Well, without further ado, I think we've got somebody in the lobby. So should we bring her in?
Let's do it, brother. Boom, boom.
Yes.
Hello, Alex. Hi, how are you feeling? Hola.
All right. Wow, that cuts off so much.
It's okay. You got a very lovely frame there. It's very nice to see the prints behind you.
Oh yeah. I was thinking it's going to be more rectangular and did the setup like this, but we can move a little bit.
Nah, they're lovely. Me and Michael always say that mine and his walls always look really bare. Like, especially Michael's. I think mine's a bit better than Michael's. But we need more colour. We need more colour. But Alex, welcome to the What Does Your Mum Think podcast. This is my co-host Michael, Alex, Michael.
Lovely to meet you, Alex.
How are you feeling? How's your Sunday?
It's good. I was very sleepy. I went to the gym just for some session, and then I was a bit mellow, had a headache, and now I'm on it. But do you hear me well?
Hear you loud and clear. Are you all good on your end, Michael?
Yeah, good. All good, Alex.
Okay. I am with that too.
Yeah, nice. Everything's clear.
Repping. We out here.
Do the road. I love it. You're a pro, Alex. Nice. And you can hear us. Just checking. You can hear us all loud and clear and stuff like that. We're all good on our end. Sick. Amazing. Right. So we always kick things off, Alex. We're taking it right back to the beginning. So where exactly are you from again? Originally?
I was born in Bulgaria.
Ah, that's where
Bulgaria.
You're from.
Yes.
Yeah, nice.
Right, I completely forgot. Me and Michael, you did, obviously, you told me when I met you, but I couldn't remember for the life of me. Nice. I've actually been twice when I was younger, when I was like 16 with my parents. We went year after year for a couple of years. Yeah, nice, amazing. What inspired you as a child, Alex? Like, did you love to play like sports? Obviously, leading up to with what kind of style and what kind of things you draw now. Like, what did you do as a kid there?
That's a great question. I have always been very athletic and always been very attracted to doing any kind of sports. So this kind of stuck with me, I think, for the rest of my life, which is good. I used to be a dancer as a kid for 6 years, 7 years. When you start kicking off those things at 6 to 10, 11, the beginner school, elementary school, I was going to those dance lessons. And I was a little bit of a cheerleader as well, but it's not my thing. It's just my mom. She refused to enroll me into martial arts because she said I'm going to become very masculine, which I did anyway.
So you never trained martial arts as a kid? Did you never? You only found that later in life?
Yes. I started boxing in
You did.
school or in my, early student years. Then I discovered kickboxing, which became my love number one.
Nice, love it, nice. So you did go to university then, yeah?
Yes. But, university, it's just a big, scattered field of try everything, finding my way out there. I was also into tattoos. I did that for a few years. Then I was into fashion design, and then I did that for a few more years. And then I finally settled for something I knew I would be doing for a longer term, which is digital art.
Yeah, nice.
So,
nice.
Alex, before we got there, right, so you grew up in Bulgaria. What's your journey been from Bulgaria to being in London?
Tell us all of it.
Okay, spilling out the tea. So I graduated bachelor and master's degree with a few stunts in Spain for Erasmus and exchange programs. So I technically studied in Bulgaria and Spain, arts, painting, visual arts, all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And then, I wasn't very happy by living there. I needed, to completely leave the nest. I wanted to travel and, just learn a lot. And the first time I came to London, I fell in love with the city. And I promised myself to move here someday.
Oh, nice.
Yes. Because now London is so open. And there is everything here. It's a bit of a big mess, but we love it as it is.
Yeah.
So whereabouts in Spain was you?
I was in central Spain, in Cuenca, in Universidad de Castilla-La Mancha.
Okay, nice. And how was that? Have you got some Spanish background as well, Alex?
No, but I speak Spanish.
Yeah, do you? How many languages do you speak?
I think 5.
5 languages,
5?
Michael.
Jesus
5 languages,
Christ.
bro.
What else do you speak, Alex?
Yeah. It's just my family is very good with languages. My mom and my grandma, I got it from them. I got it from my mama. Yeah.
I love it. What which other languages do you speak, Alex?
Well, I speak Bulgarian, obviously, a little bit of English, as you can see.
Your English is amazing, Alex. It's better than mine. Jesus Christ, I'm still, I'm still trying to get my English down. Jesus Christ, when I go full Mancunian, no one understands what I'm saying.
Yeah, but it is just something I can't name.
Yeah.
It's just that stick to me, to my vocal cords, refuse to obey. Yeah, then I was 6 years in a French class during my high school years, but there is not much I remember. Theoretically, I speak French, I understand, but I've never really used it. Then there is Spanish, which I still use to this day.
Yeah.
Then I decided I need to learn one Asian language. And because I love Korean culture and stuff, I just started to do with that. Yeah.
Amazing.
Nice.
That's, Jesus, Yeah.
How's your Spanish going, Christian?
Es bueno. Yo necesito más amigos para estudiar con. See, as muy difícil on my own, you know what I'm saying? But en Harlem, en New York, es mucho español.
Yeah, sick.
En la supermercados, they're all super nice, super helpful. Do you know what I mean? Hablas español con mi y mi novia. In New York as well, all the apartments have a super, and my super Geraldo only speaks Spanish. So if I es una problema en mi casa, yo necesito on la celular con para mi super to sort out, you know what I'm saying? Sorry everyone for my really bad Spanish.
I'll get some translations up for the English folks, but yeah, that was good, man.
Sorry,
nice.
lo siento.
Vámonos.
But it's having the confidence to do it as well, do you know what I mean? And there's so much more, Alex, in England, British, filler words. You know, words that don't really mean anything, where I think Spanish is a little bit more to the point in it, and other languages are a bit tighter. So it's learning the ways to say the best things, you know, colloquially speaking.
I agree, because grammatically, English is literally the easiest language to learn. Maybe that's why it's so popular, actually.
Yeah. But you could you understand me? What I was saying then, could you understand in Espanol?
Yes.
But struggling.
Accent coming with it. So it's just
You're killing me. Amazing. So when did you land in London? When did you get to the Big Smoke?
Oh, that was in November 2017.
Nice. So you've been there for a good few years now. We understand that you like sports, design, and spicy food, Korean food specifically. And these subjects inspire your work. How did you know, and how do you work towards getting these subjects into your work in regards to finding the clients to work with? And do you do like your own personal projects to do this stuff? Like, how do you create with your loves and hobbies in mind?
I think it's essential to sometimes let the ball get rolling and just find your ground. In terms of inspiration, sometimes you need to dip your toe in a lot of creative fields to understand yourself better and to see what kicks. Wait, I'm doing it well, it inspires me, and it helps the world. You know, this is the ikigai term in Japanese. When all three concepts match together, this is your purpose in life. Yeah. And then, how I made it work, you know, you just find your ground and then you build your life around it. I just was looking to have a happy, healthy life, to work with clients that have the same values as me, which is very important. And then started consistently, you know, promoting myself, building my portfolio, and, you know, just building the life I want.
So when you say building the life you want, so with and with you in kind of like line with your portfolio, what you mentioned as well, was it a case of creating a portfolio filled with this work, and then you started presenting it to the world, and that's how you started getting the work originally, like leaving university? So you've got a very distinct style, Alex. How did you go about finding that style and landing that, you know, and then being able to inject it into the world, if that makes sense?
I have always been very strict with myself, probably a little bit more than I should, which I recognize after the years, but it built me very strong discipline, because in art world, you know, a lot of times stuff is copy for copy for copy. I don't like it. I want to be unapologetic in myself. The thing I value the most in art world is your authenticity. A lot of artists just copy each other because they see that's viral, that's going to land them jobs, that's going to, to give them 30,000 followers. But, this is just crap. You're not you. Am I allowed to say that?
Yes, of course. Tell them, Alex.
I'm not allowed to swear. Alex, I got told off for swearing 1 minute into this podcast, but
we
Alex is allowed
that.
to swear.
No. Well, mate, we're trying. Yeah, you do your thing, Alex. You're okay.
No, do your thing, Alex. I'm joking. Go.
I'm sorry.
Bless you.
I tend to swear a lot. I just need...
Go ahead.
Me and you, but we're all trying. Me and Michael too. Trust me.
Because, there is so much genie and talent out there, and London is really the place to be for art. There are so many talented people, and there is room for everyone to make it, and to make, their space as it should be. But I think young girls just starting arts, they need to understand it's fun to just experiment a couple of years to find your ground. And this will just give you immense push later in life, because you will stand on your own for who you are, and not for because, oh my god, there's smiley characters, I can do them as well. You know what I mean? It drives me crazy. You can't be authentic.
Yes. Yeah.
Alex, something that's really beautiful about your style is how much color is involved. And I think obviously just looking at this frame of you right now, obviously the first time I'm meeting you, like the jumper the jacket that you've got on, is brightly colored. The poster in the background, like seeing the artwork, exactly, big up, is brightly colored. Where did you get this inspiration from, and where did you sort of just find this color? It's obviously like it's reflected in you as a person as well, and it's also in your work.
Oh, so because I studied painting, there you draw with colors. You shape the objects with color, not with lines. This came later in life. And I was, taught how to make, the shades, the contrast, the lighting, which is not white. It's so much more multidimensional that it just gives you a lesson for life on how to use color. I love color. I just love big, bold, bright, and it's to be vibrant, and it's to tell a story. I don't like muted colors. I don't really recognize them as colors, to be honest. Now you're gonna cancel me.
So you spoke about process a little bit there. Tell us more about your process. So, from getting a sketch to taking it to I think you're working on an iPad, right? Correct?
Yes, that's correct.
So what is your process from sketch to finished result?
Usually it depends on where the idea started, but usually like 90% of the times I start pencil to paper, the old school way. I need to draft the plans of what's going to be on material, and then slowly start building it into the digital. But sometimes if I don't really have time, I need to crack on straight on the iPad. Usually my process involves a couple of stages, which involve roughs to building the final sketches, defining the color palettes, and then, it's refining the details.
Yeah, nice, Alex. I think it'd be good to just look at some of the work.
Yeah.
Rather than talk back and forth by it, because
I want to talk about the one behind your head as well. I'd love to, dissect that too. Let's bring some of that up. Yeah, amazing.
You can see, like, on the color of my headphone here, is the screen blurring the color of your work from the screen next to me. So let me pull this up. What I'm going to do, Alex, is I'm going to pull up your website, because I think there's some amazing projects here, like from the bat, that we'd love to talk to you about. Starting off with, give me a sec.
I want to make sure we go through the shop as well. I need to get some prints off you, Alex. This can add some colour to both of our walls, Michael. Do you know what I mean? We need some of it on our walls.
Yeah, for
sure. We need to get some
Give
prints.
me the stamp.
Yeah, we'll get some off you. I'm just looking at your shop now. We'll plug the shop in a minute. We'll go through the shop. But it's amazing. I love your style. I'd love to work with you. But hopefully soon.
So yeah, starting off with this project, Alex, Nike, and again, I think Christian was trying to dig at this before. Is like, what's the process of this from actually landing a client like Nike, and then the process to actually creating this visual?
There's one. Oh, it's something guys have not pitched Nike yet, but a few Nike people here who see this, please commission me. So I just actually I was revamping my style this year because I had so many new influences I needed to sit and come into terms of agreement with myself where I want to develop my style. And this is the latest that's been stuck with me for the past maybe 5 years or so, using that super broad editorial use which can be applied towards branding campaigns, shops, prints. I really needed to my work to land me where I want to be, and that's why I just started to transform my style so that it's still authentic to who I am, but also helps my clients have their branding delivered.
Yeah, for sure. They come for you then, right? Me and Michael always say this, like the work you do is the work that you do, right? So you putting this out into the world is only going to attract that then into more work that you want to do. So yeah, it's awesome. Even like if you keep scrolling down, Michael, I adore the One Championship stuff, so I can imagine the the stadium bits for Thailand below. And have you ever reached out and sent these things over and had anything up in like Thailand or anything like that? Because I've seen, obviously, you've done quite a bit here.
Yes, I have to. Life got so busy because when I made this collection, my original plan was to start pitching all of those people, but I landed a job in a very big agency, which was a dream of mine, so I had to focus on it for quite some time, to build myself there, but these editorial things will reach them either way. Maybe this year, maybe soon, maybe they will see it from our podcast.
Yeah, for sure. We hope so. Definitely hopefully, like you could imagine the big Bangkok ones there being printed on them big sheets that are always in Thailand at the fights in the stadiums, printed up massive, looking legit. I love it. And what I also love as well is the contrast with the tiger above and the kind of like bubble style typography. It's a lovely tension between the two. And the Barbie is great. I love the Barbie too.
You can see so many of your inspirations all coming to passions all coming together here, Alex. Because just like Chris, you mentioned the tiger. I feel like that comes potentially from your sort of tattoo era as well.
Yeah.
And obviously the love for Muay Thai, the love for color, the love for sports, and it's just like bang, this is me, Alex. It's nice.
Yeah. This is what I mean. You need to really tie your experience and your influences into who you are. All of this is who I am right now. For example, Barbie. There was that trend on Instagram to draw Barbie in her style, and this is the Barbie that I am actually.
Yeah, love it. Yeah, and it feels like you as well. Like you've got a roaring personality, Alex. You're a ball of energy. I love it. And again, you get that from the work. Like it really feels like it captures you as a person too, which is really nice. Is there any projects you'd like to speak us through a little bit more in depth specifically?
I think I sent you a couple of things.
Yeah, would you? Yeah, for sure. Michael will pull them up now in the background. We just wanted to make sure we started with them. I wanted to talk to you about the One Championship stuff. Obviously, Michael does martial arts as well. Michael, mainly jiu-jitsu. Michael's a purple belt in jiu-jitsu. So again, we thought, it's Alex has just started jiu-jitsu. I seen you in the gi not too long ago on Instagram. Love it.
Do jiu-jitsu too, but I've left behind a little bit. And we need to bring Michael to our gym.
Yeah, for sure, definitely.
Yeah, nice.
He's not
Are you training jiu-jitsu at Bloodline?
In the same gym at Bloodline.
Yeah, Christian was just going to say, then I've not been to the new gym, but I went to the old gym like years ago with Christian. It was amazing. How is the new gym? It looks insane.
Yeah, it's massive, so good. I wish I could just live there.
Sorry, guys, I'm supposed to be pulling this work up.
Nah, you're all good. Don't worry. Michael's just going to put it up in the background. Is the one that you would like? So I was reading your bio at the start, and you've worked and partnered with BBH, Mother, and Ogilvy, so they're advertising agencies, right? Did they reach out to you? Did they find you through the kind of work you've put out there too? And what work can you say specifically? What came out of that? Is that what you want to talk about?
Well, so BBH, they did reach to me. There was for some stuff that I posted ages ago, 2019, 2020, I don't remember. It was ages ago. I posted some things. They were like, oh my god, we're going to make exhibition for unsigned talent. You definitely need to join us. I'm like, yeah, sure, no problem. Yeah. And then I had a mentor there. Actually, BBH appointed me mentor. And my mentor was from Mother. And then we had a couple nice talks. Yeah, and then for Givi, I did a couple of design jobs. I don't remember actually. I mean, it was such a crazy whirlwind of things happening at the same time.
Yeah, for sure. And did you go into the studios, or did you just work from home?
I was freelancing. Yeah.
Let's watch the WhatsApp list there, bro. Giving away the sauce.
Sugar. Boy, it's tricky this. I'm here. We're good. We're live.
Yeah, nice. So yeah, is the one specifically you'd like to go to here, Alex?
Oh, this one. So because our agency works predominantly with sports and entertainment, and I was really keen to make something our production team could deliver to the client, which is Premier League. I wanted them to show how we can, do more illustration style content onto the social media, because we manage their social medias, and see how the client reacts. Essentially, they want more facial, resemblance, which is not totally my cup of tea, but I'm working towards it because it's an area I really would love to explore. But this was my style back then when I made this illustration, and I'm quite very happy with it because I'm fan of sports. I'm fan of Son. Yeah, he's a really good football player. But come to think of it, I'm fan of all teams. Don't cancel me.
Nah, you're good, Alex. Don't worry about that. Yeah, I love it. Nice. Again, the nice tension that's in between it, like the brush strokes, but then the kind of more detailed kind of take at the footballers themselves. You know what I mean? Or the footballer himself. I love it. We spoke about it.
Yeah. Oh, this one is one of my favorite artworks I did for the studio. So I was appointed on Olympic shifts. I'm an Olympian because I worked for Paris 2024 with World Rugby, and I did the shifts for Rugby Sevens. It was technically live coverage where you do the graphics and accordingly to what's happening on field.
How do you find working on stuff that's more visually like this, juxtaposed next to your style? Because obviously this next to what represents you, I'd say you overwork visually captures you a little bit more. This feels like driven from a different kind of angle, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, I mean for me, technical graphic design and illustration are very closely tied together. I can't imagine my life doing only one of them. They need to be both of them. Yeah. So obviously there will be a little bit of difference between the design, just a graphic design on its own, and illustration, because that's still two different fields. But if you can see, there is always this use of color, which is my mark. Use of typography, which again is my mark. I love very bold typography and very bright colors. Yeah. And those are from my print shop.
So sweet. Nice.
Yeah.
Korean food. These are great too. Yeah, you can imagine them working like for like a nice little brand in East London somewhere. Do you know what I mean? And you spot that opens up and needs some little illustrations doing for Korean food. They'd sit right at home for a brand, Alex. I love them.
This Korean food sits on the top of the food chain.
Say no more.
That's all
Say
I
no
can
more.
say.
I thought you'd say that British culture food would be at the top of the food chain, though.
Come on, fish and chips.
Definitely not, eh? So you've worked with the Premier League also, yeah?
Sorry.
Okay?
Sorry.
Bless you. Bless you.
My voice cracked a bit. 1 second.
So okay. So
To commission, which was a partnership between our client League and Nike. My first official Nike brief, which we were so excited to do. We had to make the history of Nike balls in Premier League. So essentially, every year has its highest scorer, which is on the next slide. If you can see, yes. So in this slide is Mo Salah, who has scored 105 goals. Yeah, for the season.
Some good balls here. Takes me back to my childhood, especially this one here. It's a classic, that one. Yeah,
Michael's a football freestyler in the background. Michael's really good at keeping a ball up in the air.
That doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean anything.
But you know what I'm saying? Can you do it?
Tricks
right now?
That, yeah.
Now can you do bicycle kick?
Yeah, I can do everything, Alex.
Yeah, you can do anything with Michael. Anything with a football, Michael can do. You know what football freestyle is, right? Where they kick the ball up and that, and they smack it on their head and do all that stuff where they catch it and that. Yeah, Michael's your man for that. He's really good. I'm not even joking. Like, he's really good at it.
I'll send you a video, Alex, for context, because Christian's making me sound like I'm from the circus or something.
How to say that? Oh, you should know Perry Baker. He's from the American team at Rugby Sevens. He actually retired this year, I think.
Yeah, nice.
It was really cool to work on this graphic. But we made so many revisions, and you know, when it's a live shift, the tension is very thick. Yeah, I think I grew a couple of grey hairs, but it was literally the best experience in my life.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, nice, Alex. And let me do you the honor and let me pull your shop up.
Yeah. There's some nice. We need to bet. Yeah, I need to get some. I want the Bangkok one.
Oh, this is amazing.
Oh, because I was going through it. I was just wondering, right? Because you got them for £10. It's pounds, and it's in pounds on your side. So I've just gone on over here, and obviously it's in dollars on my end, isn't it? So everything's like specifically $13.51. And I was going to ask you, Alex, like, why she put everything at $13.51? But obviously it's the thing in it. You know what I mean? It's the
That's a small size. That's a small size.
What are they like A5? Are they like A5 size? Like.
This is for A5.
Yeah, okay, nice. Oh, yeah, they're very lovely, Alex. Nice. I'll have to get a few, and if anyone's listening, Michael will be sure to put all Alex's links to the shop, to her Instagram and her website in the captions below.
Yeah, these are amazing, Alex. I think just like Christian mentioned before, that like the set of the Korean restaurant ones, the set of the Korean ones, they feel like they could go into a restaurant. And then when you see these ones as well, they feel a part of a brand, or it feels like a hotel that owns a restaurant would be like, cool, Alex, can I get 10,000 of these, please, to go into our 400 hotels around the world? Like, that's the shit that you want to get on, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, wicked, Alex. Yeah, amazing.
Yeah, amazing. So,
it's hotel in Seoul to do that, actually.
Yeah, nice. And then at the minute, so are you? So thank you so much for taking us through them bits. Are you working on anything cool at the minute that you can talk about, or you're not allowed to?
Well, I'm not allowed because I'm there.
I thought I'd try and get something out of you. And to finish with, the last question we'd like to ask you, and to put it out into the world as a manifestation as well, Alex, what would be your one dream client? If you could pick a dream client out of the air right now, which one would it be? Or maybe top three. Top three. Let's do top three. Top three clients to work with.
Well, top is obviously Nike. Then second comes Lululemon. Then third, let me see. Where's my head so wiped?
It's got to be the UFC.
Just got wiped. I mean, after Nike, nothing comes matters.
Well, let's shoot for that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, not really. It's just people. But any sports brand, because this resonates to my personality. But if you ask me for dream clients, this is my top priority.
Yeah, for sure.
Other than that, I'm happy to work with anyone.
Yeah, I hear that, Alex. Yeah, nice. Well, hopefully that we can work together at some point very soon, whether it be via over here in New York or in London, wherever it may be. I always keep you in mind when I'm working on projects.
Of course, it will be my pleasure. We have so much fun.
Yeah, thank you so much for doing this on a Sunday and taking the time, Alex. Really appreciate it. We kind of we have a tradition of just slamming the laptop shut. So, but yeah, thank you so much.